What is going on, kids? So, bit of a different video today. This is gonna not as much educational, more than day of life kind of thing. And it's gonna be a fun one because we are putting my pigs in the freezer. You guys have seen me put, I don't know how many customers' animals in the freezer, a handful of mine, a handful of cows. But today we are doing all 4 pigs. If you've been following the channel, you have seen these guys from about this big. And now I'm assuming they're about 350 pounds. So it's been a bit of a change. The other change is I have help today.
He brought Dad in.
Yeah. So my dad,
the big guns.
the big
Yeah, the big ones.
one, sure.
That's it.
My dad's up for Christmas, and his wonderful Christmas present to me is
slaughter pigs.
He's going to help me process pigs. He's going to give me a hand with a couple of the random things that I hate to ask people to come help for because it's literally about 10 minutes of, hey, can you hold this? Hey, can you pick this up? Hey, just stand there for a minute. Yeah. So it's tough to ask people, but because he's family, I don't feel bad about asking.
And he's strong.
Yeah. So okay, easy. The other thing he's going to be doing is he is going to be running an extra camera for me. So we're going to try and get some cool angles. And before we even do that, what is your Instagram so people can go follow?
We'll put it down below.
All right. Well, what is it now?
Which one? I have 2. We'll screw with that shit later.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to.
No, totally different aesthetics.
It's a very different aesthetics. Yeah. All right. We'll figure that one out later. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. I've been excited about filming this one for a bit. We got some ideas on how we're gonna do it, and it is going to be a content day. So we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna get going with it. But I am never able to really film my intro to what the day is going to be. I know I've talked about it before on here. When I do have people helping, and usually when I talk to my customers about it, if I'm doing mobile stuff, I usually like to give a quick walkthrough of what the day is going to be, just so no one's surprised, no one's shocked. Just kind of a quick, decent walkthrough of how it goes.
Shocking off of your father.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna scare you. Yeah. So essentially, you've seen our pig setup. You guys have seen our pig setup. You know what we're doing. I hope I'm still in frame. I moved up about
you did.
6 inches, so we'll see. So we have the kill pen that's attached right to the pig pen.
Yep.
We are going to be moving 4 out of the 5, one at a time, into that pen.
Yep.
And then with our squeeze gate system, we just kind of slowly move them in, get them into a stable spot where they're not moving, pop them, pull them out. It's the nice way. Come on, we're on YouTube here. We can't say. Yeah, exactly. So move them out, bring in the second one, drop 2, bring both over, and get them both in the cooler, and then just kind of repeat the cycle
like we do with the cows.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's a lot smaller.
There will be some decent thrashing after the shot. That will, yeah, exactly. We'll get it figured out. But I mean, other than that, it's everything that we're going along with is.
You trying to scare me, or are you just trying to psych me up?
No, I'm just my life. This is just it. This is
my
just what
son,
I do.
I'm so proud of you.
All right. Well, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get going on this, and we'll see you over at the pig pen. right, so one down. That was slightly painless
For you.
for me. Every time I do this, I'm like, oh, it's my pigs. Quick and easy. It'll be fine. It never is. It's always a pain in the ass. This is the first one. This isn't number 4. So, we will see. All right. So, we got the first one down. Got the second one over here. We're just going to start busting out. Like I said, I'm not going to... Most of you guys, if you've been on the channel before, have seen most of my pig breakdown videos. If you haven't, like and subscribe. Make sure you go back and check on those. And we're just going to go through it. Just going to be kind of a fun just walkthrough. We're just going to get everything done. I'm super happy with these guys came out. Again, it's tough with... It's not tough looking at live animals, looking at how they're going to be. It is slightly, especially once I have them on here, just as a frame of reference. These guys are going to be decent. I'm expecting around 210, 220 hang weight. So we'll see. I'll pop up all the hang weights at the end. Like I said, we're doing a content day today. So these first 2 are going to be YouTube. Probably the last one will be a bit of YouTube. Third one's going to be TikTok. And we're just going to try and bust out as much stuff as possible. So we're just going to get into it. Break these hocks off as usual. No, you're going to give me a hard time. After the holidays, you got a slump. There we go. Come on. I promise, guys. I know what I'm doing. There it is. There we go. And again, I have my microphone on the tip of my hat now, so you guys can all hear the super fun audio snap of joints coming apart. Lucky for you. I can already tell just from the first couple cuts I've made, they've got a nice, decent fat layer. These guys were my first run at limited feed. So my first year of doing pigs, I had a bulk feeder that got 400 pounds of feed in it at a time, and the 9 pigs would just go through it. I'd have to fill it every couple days, and they just ate what they ate. This time around, these guys got, it worked out to right around 50 pounds of feed. And I have to readjust this cradle because I see something falling in my future, and I don't want that. All right, now we're level. We're gonna wash up. All right, so those are off. We're gonna make our incision cuts. Once again, we're not making incisions on the front hocks. We peel those off. So start right at the bottom jaw. I'll hone that up a little bit. Oh yeah, real nice white fat. And the reason you start from the front and work your way back is if you look, all the hair is going this way. So if you attack it this way, you're going to be cutting hairs as you go. If you cut down following the hair, it just kind of goes with the knife, and you don't end up with as much hair in the meat. Same thing goes with the hams. You come up and follow this line right here. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm having a moment. Follow that line right up. All right, all our incision cuts are made. We're gonna come and peel right at this tendon here. So that way we have less risk of cutting it when we skin out these back hocks. You can chop that right off if you want. Give a good rinse. Just got a bucket with some soapy, bleachy water. getting back to you doing that. And we just start skinning. And then this is where it usually goes into time lapse. So. Nice and clean. Finish up this side. I am super happy with how this is looking so far. Like I said, it has decent fat quantity, but it's not over fatty. Kind of jacked up the belly there a little bit, but it's been a couple days since I did a pig. So, toss that. Get the rest of this ham skin out. I need to pick up another one of those 3-inch skinners that I did the review video on. I freaking love them. The problem is the steel quality isn't fantastic. It is a really nice knife. It holds a good edge. If anything, the only problem was I got it too sharp. I ended up because I used my skinner to break off the hocks, I ended up actually chipping the blade a little bit. So It needs to be ground down again and put a better edge on it. I just haven't yet. More than likely, I will probably just end up buying a new one just because, again, it's a really good knife. The steel isn't fantastic. I think it's a product of Brazil or something. So we'll figure that out. I might try and send it out, get it refurbished, contact the company. But we will see how that goes. But it's just a little bit tougher with the full 6-inch because, as you can see, my what is the word I'm looking for? My sweeps on the knife are so much shorter, and with a long blade, it's not as effective. With that 3-inch, you can do the full curve of your skinning knife with that blade. So ooh.
Can you pause for like 5 minutes while I go get my charger?
There's a charger right there.
Where?
On the ground, right there. The white charger.
Okay.
It's all right. I can do this with single camera.
Yeah, but it was coming out good.
Huh?
It was coming out really good.
All right. We got another pig.
Yeah, true. No, I mean I was getting close ups, everything.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do the rest of this like this. My viewers are used to it.
Hmm?
My viewers are used to it.
Yeah, but now they're gonna be like spoiled. Part of it's gonna be like, ooh.
Don't get used to it. Technical difficulties. It's part of our thing. Oh, yeah. That's what we want now. I'm warming up. It's not like riding a bike. I don't know how to, like, the first one of the day is always just like, ugh, this again. You make the stupid mistakes that you make 1,000 times. But once you warm up, you just kind of get going with it. The first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know. I have noticed in most of my videos too now when I'm editing. This is for my dad and this is also for everyone watching because it's funny. I look like freaking I Am Sam. I'm sitting there with my tongue sticking out like, am I capable of taking care of my daughter with my mental disability?
When your father uses his knife, he does the same thing. From one chef to the family to the other.
Are you mic'd up? Okay.
It's like Kyle started with knives when he was 4. It's like, Dad, I want to help you cook. It's like, yeah, here's a plastic knife.
Yeah, well,
Kind of the same thing you do with your daughter.
oh yeah. I mean, they've been skinning bears since they were a year and a half old.
And what did Leah say? She doesn't want plastic anymore.
No, she wants a real one, and
Oh.
she's getting to the point where I can kind of trust her with it. So more than likely, we'll be getting my oldest a knife soon.
I'm glad you do.
No, I mean, it's important because it's with what's nice is, again, this is for the viewers as well. My kids grow up on a farm and in a butcher shop. They've both been on kill floor since they were 3 weeks old. And it's important that they know what this is. If I just jammed it down their throat of like, this is what we're doing, that's how you end up with the vegans at teenagers. It's like, I don't want to listen to you, which we very well might also end up with.
Could happen.
But
they've been growing up with that.
They've been growing up with this. They understand it. There's an understanding there. They know what anatomy is. Not much is hidden from these kids, and they're 4 and 1.5. So it's important, and they know where their food comes from. Oh, first bullet of the day. There she is. All right, I'll toss that aside. We gotta lug out for all our organs. I'm off camera, but you can still hear me. I still have to reach out to all the customers and get cut sheets on what they're looking for. So we're just going to save all the organs, everything else. If they don't want it, just go to the dogs. All right. Go ahead and split this sternum. Never a dull moment. Woo! All the joys. All right, I'm going to wash up a little bit after that one. All right, so I'm cleaned up. We're going to pop this tongue out. That 45 long Colt gave us a nice little finger hold to hold on to that with. And while we're in here, we will go ahead and get the heart out as well. There she is. And
About that sucker. There you go.
beautiful. All right. Now we're going to rinse off, and we'll get this hung up, good to go. Now, I finally remembered to go get rope so I can hang these suckers a little bit easier. Again, I've been preaching about this on most of my videos. And then the last couple, I've been going completely against it because every time I go to the store, I completely forget that I need it. But we solved that problem. So, go go ahead, get a loop on these. And we'll get that in there. Beautiful. Makes my life 1,000 times easier. It's funny how something so small, it's like that can't help much. It has been a night and day difference since I started doing this. It's been better on my back, and just lifting wise, and it just makes everything easier. All right, so we're going to run, and we're going to get this growl hooked back up. All right. So, we got turd on deck? Sure do. All right. A little light enema never hurt anybody.
All the blood, all the fluids.
So we're just going to continue this down. I'm going to go around the lady bits, around the rectum. Rectum? Damn near killed him. Nobody? Ah!
Yeah, that's it. He gets a sense of humor from my side of the family.
I think I get my sense of humor from shooting animals in the face for a living.
Hell, you know more dad jokes than I do.
That's true.
Bad ones.
All right, so we are going to peel this, so I'm not going to go down too far on the sides. I'm just going to get a nice straight line all the way down to the shoulders so we can peel the rest of that hide off. All right, there's one side. YouTube doesn't like when I show this head on, so this is all you get. Sorry, folks. All right, she's lifted up. She's gunned down all the way on the sides. I just did this while the tractor was still running so I could get some height. We cut out the tail and the rectum and all that extra stuff, all that fun stuff. So now we're just going to make our incision up the back. You want to try and be as even as possible, obviously. And try to follow the spine up. I was a little off on that. That's all right. It'll all work the same. There'll just be a little gouge in the fat. So now we'll pull out the handy dandy skin pullers. So, like I said, these are scun down all the way to the side. So essentially the loin's all that's left. And there's a split right down the middle. So get that right in the crux of that. Get a good squeeze on it. And you get a nice pull. All right, so a little bit of fat pulled off that, but I'm not too worried about it. We'll clean this edge up a little bit. It's nice if your start of your pull, the hide is the first thing there. A little bit too much fat pulled off. That's all right. All right. Nice good pull on that. We'll keep this going. You might have to cut a little bit as you go, but that's all right. Because once you get down to the head, it's all knife work. All right. So that pulled. Give my hand a rinse. That is a good looking carcass. All right, so now we're going to give this girl a split. Beautiful. All right. So we did a video last week on carrying beef. We're going to do just a quick impromptu one on pork. I lowered this. We did cut a last one. I'll be honest with you. I'm all about transparency. So what we're going to do, get between the first and second rib, lift, and then you can lift that one right off. Carry it in here. And my cameraman can come over and turn the on button on this. I don't care if the shot's bad. No. On the scale.
You didn't say that.
And can also grab this rope and put it on there.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
A good roping.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Make me feel so cheap.
Yeah. All right. So 107 pounds. We fucking nailed it. Yes. All right. So we'll write down 107. Is that right? Yeah. Pop those off and get these in the cooler. And during the transfer, we obviously put it on this hook. This is where these ropes make everything way easier, because now you have a grip on the rope, but you can also have that stopper on the hook. So you're going to lift, pull up, and we'll toss it right on there. Beautiful. We got one hanging. let's get the other one. All right, kids. So, done with today's video. We really only got footage of the first two. Had a couple of technical difficulties with some stuff. And then it got to the point where I just need to get shit done. So, that's what we did. We have, I don't know how this turns out. I'm filming this without looking at any of the film. So, I'm planning on having this be a super cool video with a bunch of angles I don't usually get. So we will see how it goes. I could not be happier with the outcome. The video is essentially the first two pigs out of 4, and I will give you the hang weights. I told you I would. I'll put all those right here so everyone can see them. The two you guys saw, the bigger of the two was 218, and the smaller one was 213, which if you remember, I was shooting for between 220 and 210 for final hang weights. So I nailed those two, and I could not be happier. Meat quality looks fantastic. Same with the second two. Fantastic meat quality. These guys were a little bit smaller. The smaller one was 182, and the little bit bigger one was about 202. Again, could not be happier with it. I know who they're going to, and I know they're not going to be too upset with a bit of a smaller pig. So at the end of the day, they came out fantastic. I love the Herefords. they're just good pigs. At the end of the day, they're just a good, solid, hardy pig that grows decent marbling. They all have about an inch to an inch and a half fat cap on all of them. None of them are insane. I know last year we had a couple that were like, I think the biggest one was 276 hang weight. We didn't play around with that this year. We did the limited feed, and I think it really paid off. And I'm excited to see what it looks like getting into them, really starting to break them open and see what the marbling looks like inside. So we will do a video on that, of course. I appreciate my dad following or coming out and filming some stuff with me. We did have a couple technical difficulties, but it is what it is. If you want to go follow his stuff, it is the Planty Smartass, at Planty Smartass on Instagram. So if you like gay plants and puppies, essentially the exact opposite of my channel, please go over and follow him. He's got great content. He really does. He knows his shit when it comes to plants. So go give him a follow. Again, you can follow me at BackwoodsButcher603 on everything. So that's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube or any of those, please go subscribe to them. It helps me out a ton, helps me grow the following, grow the page, and at some point I can make money off this, which would allow me to do more of them. So please, help me help you. And the podcast will be picking up again in January with Joe Blakesley officially as a co-host on that. So we are going to get that going again. You can follow Joe at Blakesley Acres on YouTube. I know he's trying to branch out into some of the other social media stuff. He is slammed right now with opening his own butcher shop. So we're making it all work the way we can. So please go ahead, follow me on all that stuff. If you want to reach out to me, you can go over to our Telegram group, the Critter Crew, and send an invite, and I will have you in. We got a good group of people in there, a lot of smart people that have been raising animals a long time. We've got a couple of butchers in there now that will be able to actually give you some information if you're looking for it, and if we don't have it, we more than likely know someone who does. So go ahead, go follow us on all that stuff, and we will see you guys next time.